So, start. So we have seen verse 48 where Shankaracharya is saying that Mrityosa mrityam gacchati mayaya vanchito naraha. Being deceived by Maya, we think that the manifoldness is real and we have to meet death repeatedly. This is what is happening. When you have an unquestioned sense of realism about manifoldness, we are in great trouble. That is the point. Then what? Brahmana sarva bhutani jayante paramatmanah tasmadetani brahmaiva bhavantityavadharayet. Avadharayet. So beautiful. Avadharayet means please come to a clear-cut conclusion and conviction. A clear-cut understanding, my dear children. What is the clear-cut conclusion? See, the language is so beautiful. Avadharayet. It is as if Shankaracharya is requesting and is appealing to us, my dear children, come to a clear-cut conviction and conclusion. What? Brahmana sarva bhutani jayante paramatmanah. It is from this Parabrahman everything has come out. And what comes out of Brahman is Brahman only. There is no second entity apart from the Brahman. Please understand this point. What comes out of clay is clay only. It may have a certain form. It is clay. It may have the form of a pot. It may have the form of a tumbler. It may have the form of a plate. It can have different forms, but it is Brahman only. Similarly, all these different forms are what? Forms of Brahman. It is Brahman only. Please understand this point. There is a sense of appealing, as if Shankaracharya is appealing to all of us. My dear children, please try to understand. It is one supreme Ishvara which is assuming all these different forms. This is the language, you see. This is exactly what Swami Vivekananda says. Bahurupe sammukhe tumar chhadiye kothaye khojicho Ishwar. Where are you looking for Ishvara when the Ishvara is standing in front of you in so many forms? It is just like an appeal. My dear children, come, develop this real vision. Ishvara is in so many forms. So, Brahmana sarva bhutani jayante. Everything is born. Jayanti means born out of Brahman, the supreme Brahman. Tasmad, therefore, etani brahmaiva. All this is nothing but Brahman alone. It is all divine and divine alone. It's all Ishvara and Ishvara alone. So beautiful. Brahmaiva sarvanamani rupani vividhani cha karmanyapi samagrani vibharti ti shrutir jagau. Shrutir jagau. Shruti sings or Shruti states. Upanishads state unanimously. What does it state? Brahmaiva. Everything is Brahman. What? Sarvanamani rupani vividhani cha. Now, sarvanamani sarvarupani. All the names and all the forms, including the form of your Ishta. Remember this point. Now, don't separate it from Sarvanamani, Sarvarupani. You take this form, that form, that form. It is all the forms of Brahman. Whether it is Shiva, whether it is Krishna, that is the beauty of Hindu Dharma. This system is not there anywhere. That is the difference between Semitic religions and the great Vedic system. Why there is so much of violence in the Semitic religion? Because they have their very limited and narrow idea of the reality. And if you don't believe in that idea, you know what is the consequence we have seen? I don't want to talk about it now. That is why Swami Vivekananda says Hindu Dharma is the only true Dharma. You read lectures from Colombo to Almora. He says this is alone the true Dharma. The Vaidika Dharma alone is the true Dharma. Rest everything is a distant echo, and Swamiji says Christianity is just a distant imitation of the Vedas. Having narrow ideas of God. All the narrow ideas of the God is the source of all violence and history, is it not? If you don't believe my idea of God, you have no right to live. Either you get converted or you have to die. This is their ideology. Have Hindus done this? We cannot do it. Our vision is what? Everything is divine. So, can you compare? Hinduism is not the same as Christianity and Islam. Let us please understand this point. There are two different systems altogether. That is why Hindu society is the only society which is so welcoming. We don't find anyone a stranger, because from the mother's milk we drink this idea that everything is divine. Every baby drinks this idea with the mother's milk. We are born with this idea, is it not? Even from our childhood, our mothers have taught us everything is divine, everything is divine. Though she herself may not fully understand what it is, but we are being told, is it not? We are being taught in this way. We are never taught to hate somebody, is it not? That is a great Hindu system of thought. But in that system, they are made to hate others, those who don't believe in that system. Children are made to hate others. If you don't believe in what the Christianity says, the others are not welcome. If the Muslims, if others, those who don't subscribe to their views, they have no place in this world. Either you die or get converted. The Hindu society is the only society, and Hindu community is the only community which has never cut the throats of other people. Swami Vivekananda talks about this so passionately in lectures from Colombo to Almora. That's why please read it. It's very important. Read it very, very seriously. We Hindus should know the glory of Hindu Dharma. This is another big problem. We don't have any pride about Hinduism. Hindus should have some pride about what we are. Please understand, there is never anything that is comparable to the Vedic system of thought in the entire world. The world is waiting to get this great wisdom. Tell me, where else is this great wisdom that we are reading here now? Is this existing anywhere else in the world? Is it existing in America? In Australia? In Latin America? In Africa? In which continent does this great wisdom exist? This is existing nowhere. That is why Swami Vivekananda says, this bhumi is Punya Bhumi, the land of the rishis. And we are all the children of these rishis. Our ancestors were rishis. Swami Vivekananda so passionately, he talks about this. So we Hindus, as Hindus, we have to have some amount of pride about who we are and who our ancestors were. It's very important. So here, Brahmaiva Sarvanamani Rupani Vividhani cha. All the names, all the forms, these are all forms of Brahman, Brahmaiva. And Karmani, Samagrani, and all the actions. No, who is active here? Ishvara is active here. This is what is Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivatena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. All the actions, whose actions? It is all Ishvara who is active here. So, Karmanyapi Samagrani Bibharti iti Shrutir Jagau. Vibharti means here, what is the substratum or what is the adhara of everything that is happening here? That adhara is what? Brahman and Brahman alone, Ishvara and Ishvara alone. Whatever is, that's, now see, now you will be able to understand some of the statements which we are we're used to make these statements. In our vocabulary, in our conversations and all, we often use this statement without fully knowing its meaning. But we do make these statements like, we say, not a single blade of grass moves without the will of God. Is it not? This is a common statement which what does it mean? God alone is existing. Whatever is moving is God is moving. Is it not? You understand this point?
Not exactly.
Not
exactly understood.
See, the statement is what? Not a single blade of grass moves without the will of God. Is it not? एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलेगा ईश्वर के इच्छे के बगैर. अरे भाई ईश्वर ही तो है. ईश्वर से वो पत्ता क्या है? So whatever is moving is Ishvara only. You understand this point? You understand what is the meaning of that statement? We say there's not single one blade of grass or one leaf can move without it is not that God is sitting and willing. It is a way of, ऐसे थोड़ी है ना, God अभी will कर रहे हैं, अभी ये पत्ता हिलेगा, अभी वो पत्ता हिलेगा. भगवान को कुछ और काम नहीं है क्या? हाँ, this is another point. So we make such statements. This happened by God's wish. Is it God sitting and wishing? It's just a statement, it's okay. But what it means is that there is nothing apart from God. You are not everything, all those things which are moving and not moving, it's all Ishvara alone, it's all Brahmaiva. That is the point. This is the new vision which we have to cultivate and develop. The more and more this vision comes, see how beautiful the life becomes. Your whole way of looking at things will change. It will be irreversibly changed. This is a revolution in human life waiting to come. This is nothing short of a revolution. Is it not? This vision that there is only one Ishvara existing, it's a revolutionary idea. And when you become established in that, you see, then begins the real life, beautiful life, in which all the slavishness goes away, all that sense of fear and insecurity goes away. Is it not? It's a beautiful life.
Problem is only till the time we are not established in that.
We have to. That is what we have to strive to become established in that. The more and more we cultivate this vision, you see all your fears and insecurities, your slavishness, your weakness, everything will begin to vanish. It's a matter of experience. Tell me, is this not something which we are wanting in life? Do we want to continue a life which is completely steeped in insecurities and fears, slavishness, weakness? So many kinds of slavishness. Is it not? So many kinds of slavishness. Now, should we even talk about it? We are all knowing it very well, is it not? How are we going? Now, this is what is bandhana. It's a terrible bondage. This is what, see, every day we are singing this Khandana Bhava Bandhana. Every day we are singing this Arati. How serious this matter is. Khandana Bhava Bandhana is the main goal of human life, Mukti. How are you going to attain it? This is the way. Beautiful. So initially you need Tyaga and Vairagya. So see, Khandana Bhava Bandhana. What is the way? Vanchana, Kama, Kanchana, Ati Nindita, Indriya Raga. The way is what? First, Vairagya. Vairagya for all this worldly things. Not simple Vairagya, intense Vairagya. Ati Nindita Indriya Raga. Sri Ramakrishna. What Shankaracharya is saying is Kaka Vishtha. There, Ati Ninda. Ati Ninda means extreme revulsion. Extreme revulsion for all sensory enjoyments. That is the way to attain this mukti. Is it not? So beautiful. Actually, in that Arati, everything is there actually. The Arati which we are singing, in that, your Arati which we are singing, it is a description of Parabrahman. Remember that point. What is being described there? It is not Ramakrishna which is being described there. It is Parabrahman which is being described there. Towards the end, what is the description? Namo, Namo, Prabhu, Vakya Manatita, Mana Vachanaika Dhar. Who is that? Who is this Prabhu? Who is Mana Vachanaika Dhar and Vakya Mana Atita, which is beyond Vani, which is beyond senses, which is beyond mind. What Shankaracharya is saying here. You understand? This Prabhu whom you are worshipping, who is this Prabhu? He is Vakya Mana Atita. He is beyond mind and speech, means it's beyond all this devices. It is beyond this body, Atman. And Mana Vachanaika Adhara. It is the very Adhara, Adhisthana, Sakshi of this body-mind complex. It is description of Atman. Where is Ramakrishna in that? You understand this point? Namo Namo Prabhu Vakya Manatita Mana Vachanaika Adhar. And then, when you reach there, then what is that? Towards the end, De Ranga Langa. Then it's all Anandam and Anandam. When you come to the Atman, then it is all Satchidanandam. You understand? This whole of this Arati is nothing but the description of the Atman. Looked upon as Sri Ramakrishna. You can look upon that Atman as Shiva. You can look upon the same Atman as Krishna. You can look upon the same Atman as Ganesha, no problem. But it's all the Atman and Atman alone. This is the point. This is the beautiful vision which comes out of this discussion. Then, now a series of examples are given to us for us to understand how Brahman alone is existing or Ishvara alone is existing. Beautiful, beautiful. See, this is all Upamana Pramana. If we just go by the Pramana Shastra, this is what is known as Upamana Pramana. Illustration, exactly. Through illustration, we are trying to conceive or comprehend what the supreme reality is. With the help of certain illustrations, we are trying to comprehend or conceive about the supreme reality using certain illustrations. A series of illustrations, beautiful illustrations. You see, Suvarna Jayamanasya Suvarnatvam cha Shashvatam Brahmano Jayamanasya Brahmatvam cha Tatha Bhavet. Shankaracharya is saying, just like Suvarna Jayamanasya, what is born out of gold? Suvarna. You know, we have gold, and from gold you make different ornaments. You make an earring, you make a necklace, you make an anklet, you make a bracelet. These are the different ornaments made out of gold. Now tell me, what these ornaments are? Gold. Are the ornaments existing or gold existing?
Gold existing.
Simple thing. Suvarna Jayamanasya Suvarnatvam cha Shashvatam. Shashvatam. In reality, what is existing is Suvarna only, gold only. Similarly, Brahmano Jayamanasya Brahmatvam cha Tatha Bhavet. What comes out of Brahman is Brahman. All this is nothing but Brahman. It is Brahman. Just like the gold takes the form of the different ornaments like bracelet or anklet or necklace or ring or bangles, whatever it is. Similarly, and it's all gold only. If you melt all those ornaments, where will it end up? In gold. It is a lump of gold only. It is a lump of gold which is taking the form of these different ornaments. Similarly, what we are seeing here is nothing but Brahman and Brahman alone. It is Brahman which is assuming the form of this person, that person, the man, the woman, the animal, the trees, the plants, the hills, the Himalayas, the suns and the moons and stars. This is all nothing but one reality. Now develop this vision. This vision has to be developed. It comes. Now this is the real spiritual evolution of man. To widen your vision of your idea about God, not God as limited to one certain form. It's Ishvara in so many forms. Swalpamapyantaram krutva Jivatma Paramatmano Yasantishthati Mudhatma Bhayam Tasyabhibhashitam. Swalpamapi antaram kritva. Even if you make the slightest, if you create the differentiation, the slightest differentiation between yourself and Ishvara, that I am different. Swalpamapi, even little bit of distance if you create, the consequence of that is going to be what? Fear, bhayam. Why we are always fearful? Because we are thinking that I am existing separated from Ishvara. As long as we have this idea that I exist separated from Ishvara, you cannot escape the disease of fear. That is why everybody is bhayagrasta. Everyone is under the clutches of fear. You can't escape this position. It is only when we develop this great conviction that I have no separate entity, no separate identity or existence apart from Ishvara, all fear is gone. Where is the room for fear then? It's like that. So Shankaracharya says, Swalpamapi antaram kritva. If you create even the slightest distance between yourself and Ishvara, yasantishthati mudhatma. Shankaracharya is referring to that person as mudhatma. Mudha. Come back to the same old. So affectionately he is calling, okay. Santishtati Mudhatma. This Mudhatma, this foolish person, what is the consequence of this distancing between ourselves and God? The consequence is fear. Now see, is this not an experiential fact? Tell me. These are all profound observation about the human being. Why is this human being always fearful? The reason is that we think, as long as Shuddhidananda thinks that he is existing separate from Ishvara, he cannot be free from fear. But if the Shuddhidananda realizes, it comes at the fag end. But even if the Shuddhidananda develops a firm conviction, you see to what a great extent fearlessness comes. Fear begins to fade away. It's a matter of experience. You can see this whenever you have meditated very well. Now just remember your moments of meditation. Definitely we all have meditated some time or the other. We all go through some good phases of meditation, is it not? It is not always that we don't meditate. Most of the time we don't meditate. But sometime accidentally we experience a profound meditation, is it not? You just remember at that time, how did you feel? All your sense of fear and everything is gone for the time being. In meditation, what is happening? We are discovering our non-separateness from our own Ishta. The more you create separateness and distance, the more fearful you will be, and the more you reduce the distance, and finally when you realize your oneness with your own self, Atman, all the fear is gone. That's why whenever we have meditated well, even for 5 minutes, you see, our experience will be that all of a sense of fear, insecurity, everything goes away.
Even when we pray, Maharaj.
Pray, no? Yes, very true. Absolutely. Now, through prayer, what is happening? When you're intensely praying, you're coming close to Ishvara. Prayer is a very powerful way. Now see, I'll tell you, Japam, Dhyanam, Prarthana, Puja, these are all very powerful means to unite with Ishvara. So we are not condemning anything. It's all beautiful. Temple is needed. Temple is very important. Puja is very important. Rituals are important. These are all the different mechanisms through which the Jiva is striving to unite with Ishvara. That's all. These are all the beautiful devices, mechanisms devised by the great rishis, because the ordinary man cannot straight away come to this position. Most of us, we don't have the yogyata to do that. So the common man needs puja. So when you are sitting and doing puja, slowly in and through all those puja rituals, your mind is becoming united with that Parameshwara. Through japam, what is happening? When you continuously, if you are repeating the mantra, through that you are uniting with this Parameshwara. Prayer, very powerful way to commune and become united with this Parameshwara, from whom you are actually speaking, not distanced. You are not distanced from Ishvara. You discover your oneness with Ishvara through prayer. So while praying, initially there is a distance. Oh, I am praying and he is the one to whom I am praying. But when the prayer becomes intense, you will become lost in that. And at that time you see all your sense of fear and insecurities, everything is gone. This is what Shankaracharya is saying. The more we create the distance, the more we are miserable. This is the point. Yatra ajnanat bhave dvaitam itarastatra pashyati atmatvena yada sarvam netarastatra chanvati. Shankaracharya is saying here, Yatra ajnanat bhave dvaitam. This is dvaitam. Dvaitam means dualism. Dualism means I am separate and Ishvara is separate. Actually, this sense of separation is born out of ignorance. Ajnanat, ajnana. Ajnana is nothing, ignorance. You feel that rope is different and the snake is different. Is it not? At the root of that is sheer ignorance, nothing else. When knowledge comes, you will see that the snake is not existing separated from rope. It is rope only. It is rope which is appearing in the form of snake. But owing to ignorance, we think that we are separate and Ishvara is separate. And when you have the sense of separation, then what? Itaras tatra pashyati. Then I begin to see everything as different from me. This person is different from me, that person is different from me, this person is different from me, the world is different from me, and Ishvara is also different from me. Is this not our present state of consciousness? Presently, this is our state of consciousness in which we are experiencing that everything is mutually distanced and different from each other. This is all happening owing to ignorance. Now, what happens when knowledge comes? What happens when knowledge comes? When knowledge comes, Atmatvena yada sarvam na itara tatra chanvapi. When the knowledge comes that everything is Atman, then chanvapi, anuapi, there is no distance, even the slightest distance is gone. All the distances is gone. Then we realize there is only one entity which is existing. Where is the distance? Actually, where is the distance between me and the moon and the sun? There is no distance because it is one entity which is existing. You understand? This is how somebody was talking about, just now meditation, how to imagine the suns and stars. I am so small. This is happening owing to the sense of realism and duality. When the real knowledge comes that everything is one entity, where is the distance? There is no distance between the so-called you and the so-called sun, because there is nothing called you and the sun. It is one Ishvara which is existing, which is appearing in the form of the sun and this entity. Now, where is the distance? All the sense of distancing will vanish with the dawn of the knowledge of the supreme reality. This is what Shankaracharya is saying here. Yasmin sarvani bhutani yatmatvena vijanatah navaitasya bhaven moho nacha shoko dvitiyatah. This is a famous statement from Isha Upanishad. What is the consequence of having this great understanding? What is the fruit of this great conviction in this non-dual reality? When we develop this conviction about the non-dual reality, what is going to be the fruit? That fruit is what? Yasmin sarvani bhutani atmatvena vijanatah. When you know that everything is nothing but one Atman and one Ishvara, tatra komoha kashoka ekatvam anupashyatah. This is the famous statement of Isha Upanishad. All our shoka and moha permanently comes to an end. This is the outcome. This is the great fruit of this great wisdom. Shoka is what? All our sufferings. Shoka. And moha. Moha is what? All infatuation which we have. Infatuation for this person, that person. So many kinds of infatuations we have. This moha is a very, very dangerous thing. We are all caught up with the network of moha. Is it not so many moha? Putra moha, santana moha. These are all moha. Dhana moha, stri moha, purusha moha. This is all gender attraction. This is all moha. Moha literally means that which blinds us. You see, when we are infatuated with something, we become blind, is it not? You just see, experience. One of the finest examples of this moha is putra moha is what, Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra of Mahabharata, he is the greatest example of santana moha. How parents become totally blinded, is it not? My child, my Duryodhan, my Duryodhan, my Duryodhan. Duryodhan is doing all kinds of horrible things, but no, my Duryodhan will not do anything. This is the tendency of the parents. Why? Totally infatuated. They cannot see the truth. This is one of the causes how we are bound in the samsara by moha. But when this real vision of reality comes, all moha comes to an end. Because we see everything as Ishvara. Now, where is the thing with which you are going to be mohagrasta? That is the truth. So, all shoka and moha come to an end when you develop this kind of a vision. Navaitasya bhaven moho. To that person there won't be any moha. And nacha shoko. And no more suffering. This is a great, great. Do we not want to become free from suffering in life? Simple thing. This is the way. Is this not the best thing to happen in life? Tell me. Is this not the best thing to happen in life? So I always say, people are so much afraid of, whenever we talk about vairagya and tyaga, people become very scared. They don't understand vairagya is the best thing to happen in human life. It takes a long, many years and many lifetimes to understand. The greatest development in the human life is tyaga and vairagya. Because opposite of tyaga and vairagya is the cause and the mother of all sufferings in human life. It takes many lifetimes for us to understand this point. So tyaga and vairagya is the best thing to happen in a human being's life, because when you have tyaga and vairagya, this Atma Jnana will come. And when Atma Jnana comes, Ishvara Jnana comes, all shoka and moha comes to an end. Is this not what we are wanting in life? Tell me. Simple thing. So simple it is. Is it simple? It's like that. Then, Ayamatma hi brahmaiva sarvatmakataya sthitah iti nirdharitam shrutya brihadaranya samsthaya. Now this is a great statement from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where there is a great Ayamatma Brahma, this great utterance. This is not only in Brihadaranyaka, it is there in Mandukya Upanishad also. This is one of the Mahavakyas, Ayamatma Brahma. This Atman itself is Brahman. What else is Brahman? The Atman, this witness consciousness in each one of us, is what is Brahman. There is no other Brahman outside of it. And this is what we are referring to as Ishvara, God, or whatever it is. So, Ayamatma Brahma, this is the great utterance of the Upanishads. Ayamatma hi Brahma sarvatmakataya sthita, which is the Atman in everybody. Iti nirdharitam shrutya. This has been nirdharita. This has been conclusively stated by the Upanishads. Brihadaranya samsthaya. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad speaks this conclusively. That, see this great statement, Ayamatma Brahma. These are all Mahavakyas, okay? Mahavakyas, the great utterances. There are 4 great utterances. Actually, all this is nothing but the exposition of the Mahavakyas. You can squeeze all this into just 4 sentences. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Ayamatma Brahma, and Prajnanam Brahma. That's all. This is the teaching. There is no other teaching. Kathamrita or this Amrita, nothing. The ultimate teaching is only this much. Ayamatma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, and Tattvamasi. That's all. This is the simple, plain, naked truth. Rest everything is the struggle to come to this point. You read this book, you read that book. It's all the घुमा फिरा के यहीं पहुंचना है, इतना ही है. We can read hundreds of books. It's all boils down to the simple, plain, naked truth. Brahman alone is existing. That's all. The plain, naked truth is like that. So here, Ayamatma hi Brahma sarvatmakataya sthita iti nirdharitam shrutya brihadaranya samsthaya anubhutopyayam loko vyavaharakshamopi san asadrupo yatha swapna uttarakshana badhatah. Now here from the verses 56 to 58, 56, 57, 58, these 3 verses are going to tell us the unreality of the 3 states which we are experiencing daily. Which are the 3 states that we are experiencing daily? Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti. Every day we are experiencing this. Little while ago, yesterday night when we were sleeping, this was not there. then there came dream, then again this came back, again this will vanish, the dream will come, dream will go away, sleep state will come. This is the three states. There is no human experience outside of these three states. Have we experienced anything outside of these three states? Tell me. See the scientific temper of this whole investigation. It's pure science. Vedas is pure science. There's nothing more scientific than the great Hindu Dharma. This is what Swami Vivekananda, that's why Swamiji says, this alone can be the universal religion. That is all just belief system. God kahan hai? Satve asman par, beyond the seventh heaven, beyond the clouds, some person is sitting there and he is ruling the world from there. This is the Semitic idea. Can you imagine? Swamiji says this is good for school-going children. You can fool children with such silly ideas, but is it scientific? That's why, Christianity has got great conflict with modern science. Because the more modern science, people study modern science, the whole of Christian structures tumbles down. Which child is going to believe in all these cock and bull stories? That God is sitting somewhere up in the sky. Now tell me, is this what we are reading here? Is it conflicting with the discoveries of modern science? It is in perfect tandem with the discoveries of the modern science. Because this is science, this is Atma Vijnana, this is pure science. That is the beauty of Hindu Sanatana Dharma. Only Hindu Sanatana Dharma. Remember this point. Swamiji doesn't tire talking about it. That's why I say this is the only system which can be universal. Because it is scientific, it is verifiable. Tell me, till now, whatever we have studied here, is not each and every point verifiable? Everything can be verified. Is it not? Can you verify a God who is sitting up in the sky? It is not verifiable. You have to just believe in it, that's all. It's a belief system. Whereas Hinduism is a seeking system. We are not just believing in something, we are seeking the reality. We are wanting to experience the reality. It's a pure science, just like a physicist who is seeking the reality through experimentation. Similarly, Vedas want us to conduct this experiment, and here the laboratory is our own. Mind is the laboratory where this experiment is being conducted. That's the point. So in the next three verses, Shankaracharya is going to tell us the unreality of all the three states, as if these three states are existing separated from Brahman. Are these three states really existing separated from Brahman? Let us just look into it. Beautiful. The next three verses are very, very, you can see, you can check it out for yourself, what Shankaracharya is saying here. He is saying, Anubhuto api ayam loko vyavaharakshamopi san. This loka, okay, this waking world, Anubhutopi, though we are experiencing it, and vyavaharakshamopi san, and though it is serving our purposes. Is it not? Now see, this is going to touch upon certain points which you had raised. This waking world is serving some of our purposes, is it not? But just because you are experiencing it and just because it is serving some of your purposes, does it become real? That is a big question. It does not become real. Only because you are experiencing something, that thing doesn't become real. Why? He says, Asadrupo yatha swapna. This is asadrupo. This is unreal, just like in dream. Uttarakshana badhataha. Because it gets negated in the next moment. Uttarakshana badhata. It gets badhita, it gets negated in the next moment. How do we understand this? Shankaracharya says, let us investigate into our dream experience. Okay? Yesterday night I dreamt something. Some of the dreams are very palpable, you remember those dreams. I remember many of my dreams, some of the very palpable dreams. You can't forget it. Is it not? Now, when that dream was going on, this everyone experiences, okay? We all experience this. When that dream is going on, tell me, is not that dream an experience which you are having? You are experiencing that dream world. In the dream, everything is just like that, is it not? When the dream is going on, the dream world is just as real as this world, which is real to us for the time being. Is it not? Presently, for us, this world is real, but when the dream is going on, that world becomes absolutely real for the time being. Anubhuto api, though you are experiencing that. And Vyavaharakshamopisan, in that dream, many things are going. Many of your purposes are getting fulfilled there. There you are eating, there you are talking to someone, there you are indulging in some sensory pleasures. Everything is happening in the dream, okay? It's a dream world which is appearing to be absolutely real, and it is serving your individual purposes also. And just because of these factors, does the dream become real? Uttarakshanabhadadaha. When the dream breaks, the whole thing is gone. So we cannot say something is real just because you are experiencing it. This is the point. Now many people say, Swamiji, how can you say this is unreal? Because we are experiencing it and it is serving my purposes. Here, this world is serving my individual purposes. But this was happening also in the dream. Is the dream real? Where has the dream world gone? And who was witnessing that dream? Similarly, this one, now this waking state. Presently, this is another dream which is going on. We are not understanding it. For the timing, just like when the dream was going on, that dream was not looked upon as dream. That was a waking state for us. But only when the dream broke, we understood, I dreamt something. Similarly, this is a dream which is going on. Presently, we are thinking that this is absolutely real. But this breaks. This goes away. Does it not go away? This class and everything. Now, this is all happening in dream, okay?
It's a very long dream.
That dream also was a long dream. When that dream was going on, that dream was also like, in that dream you lived 50, 60 years. Yes, does it not happen? I was small, then I grew up, then I became this, I became that. In the dream, anything can happen. You live 50, 60, 100 years in a dream time, dream world. It's a long dream. What happened? Similarly, here, this is going on. Everything seems to be absolutely real. Now, just tell me, after a few hours, now it is 5 o'clock, by 10:30, this entire world will disappear. Another world will emerge in your consciousness. After 6 hours from here, now, this entire world, this Shuddhidananda, this classroom, everything is going to vanish. Another world will emerge for some time. Then that will become real for the time being. This is gone. Then that dream also will come to an end. Then you enter into deep sleep. There's no world at all. There is no world, but you exist. You exist as Satchidanandam. You don't realize this point. So these states are coming and going. Who is actually existing? You are existing. Don't say Atman. You are existing. You, not as Nikita. Not as Nikita, not as Shuddhidananda, not as Dinesh. You as the Atman, you are existing. Atman is existing. These states are coming and going. And just because you are experiencing it, and just because it is serving your individual selfish purposes, it doesn't become real. Because it is all vanishing away, it's all going away. So it takes a lot of time for us to realize that this, what we are experiencing here, this is also another beautiful dream which is going on. Beautiful or nightmarish, that's a different thing, but a dream which is going on. It's a point. The same thing he says, you see, Swapno jagarane likah Swapne pi jagaro nahi Dvayameva laye nasti Layopi hyubhayor nacha Swapno jagarane alikah. The dream which we dreamt becomes unreal in this waking state. And swapne api jagaro nahi. And when you start dreaming, this world vanishes. Dvayameva layanasti. And both the waking and the dream vanish in deep sleep. Is it not? Every day this is happening. Every day this is happening. We don't catch the point. In deep sleep, both the waking and the dream vanish. Dvayameva layanasti. Layo api hi ubhayor nacha. And when waking and dream is there, then sleep is not there. Now where is the sleep state? Now we are seeing the world. When this world goes, then the dream world comes. When the dream world goes, then the sleep comes. In sleep, both the waking and dream is not there. And when the waking and dream is there, sleep is not there. But in all these experiences, one thing is always there. What is that one thing? Exactly, you. Exactly. You are existing as the witness of all the three states. Exactly. This is what you are existing. You as the witness. Not as Shuddhidananda. Not as this individual. This individual, it's all just like shadows coming and going. That is what is Ishvara. It is Ishvara's play is going on. Ishvara's Maya Srishti is going on. These states are coming and going, one after the other. So beautiful. Now, a person who is established in this vision, tell me, what a wonderful thing it is. Sri Shankaracharya says, the outcome of this vision is what? Three things. Beautiful. When a person is perfectly established in this vision of being the witness of all the three states. So, what is our real nature? Shankaracharya describes our real nature in three words. We are Avastha Traya Vyatirikta, number one, Shuddha, number two, and Asanga, number three. Three things. You have to meditate upon these 3 points. Number one, you are what? Avastha Traya Vyatirikta, means you are distinct from the three states. Is it not? Are you not distinct from the three states? This state is gone, the dream state is coming. You can just visualize, you are there. Now waking state is gone, the dream state has come. The dream state is gone, sleep has come. The sleep is gone, again dream state comes. The dream state is gone, again waking state has come. What are you? You are distinct from all the three states which are coming and going. Avastha Traya, the three avasthas, you are distinct from all the three avasthas. Do you have to struggle to become distinct from the three avasthas? You are naturally distinct. You cannot be attached. What a beautiful conclusion it is. It is not that we are going to be mukta, we are nitya mukta. We are not understanding this point. Even now we are mukta only, we are free. Only we have not investigated into it. Who is bound here? Only in ignorance we think that we are bound. When this real knowledge comes, you will discover that you are always free. Who is bound? We are avastha traya vyatirikta. We are distinct from all the three states. And because you are distinct from all the three states, you are always shuddha, pure. All the impurities belong to the three states. Impurities belong to the three states, but you are distinct from the three states. You are the witness of all the three states. You are absolutely pure, shuddha. And the third factor is asanga. You are absolutely non-attached. Tell me, are we getting permanently bound to one state? Even if you wish, you cannot be bound to this state, is it not? Can you remain in this state forever? You cannot. This will go away. All your liked things, liked human beings, everything is every day going away. What a beautiful thing it is. Is this not happening? Even if you wish, you cannot be in this state forever. It will go away. You are already non-attached. Are you attached? If you were really tied down to this state would never go. But it simply goes away. It smoothly goes away. Another state comes up. Where has it that gone? Are you attached to that state? Waking state? Are we attached to this waking state? No, we are not attached. None of us are attached here. This is realization. In ignorance, you are thinking that I am attached to this person, I am attached to that person. We cannot be attached to anything here. This is the conclusion of Shankaracharya and Upanishads. Asango hi ayam purushaha. This Atman is always asanga, unattached. So beautiful. So you see, you cannot be attached to these states. These states are coming and going. Presently, this waking state is there, this goes away, then the dream state comes. Are you attached to the dream state, the dream world? That is only for a short while, that is also gone. Is it not going? Are you forcefully removing it? It is naturally disappearing, is it not? Is Atman attached anywhere? Atman means you. You as the Atman. Is it attached anywhere? It is attached nowhere. Then the sleep comes. Are you attached to the sleep also? No. Sleep also goes away. All these three states are playing upon the Atman. It is just like a movie which is being played on the screen. Atman is that screen on which the movie is being played. Let the movies come and go away. Is the screen attached to the movie? Is the screen, if you take the illustration of the screen and movie, when you are watching a movie, what is actually existing there? Are you sure? What is actually existing there?
Yeah.
We see, oh, so let's go to a cinema theater and watch a movie, okay. The 2.5 hours we say, oh, I watched a movie, okay. Have you ever thought about this fact that 2.5 hours you were actually watching the screen? Is this not the fact? What was existing there? What was existing there? What was existing there? Movie or screen? Is the movie really existing? This is exactly what is happening here. This is just like a movie which is going on and the screen is the Atman, Ishvara. What is existing is Atman. Just like in the movie and screen analogy, the Shankaracharya talks about it in one of his bhashyas. Of course, that the language is not the movie and screen, because during Shankaracharya's time, movie was not there. But he uses the illustration as, what is the illustration? Chitrita iva patam. Patachitra iva. Patachitra means just like a painting on a canvas. So he is talking about Patachitra. During his time, Chalachitra was not there. Chalachitra is movie, no? 1200 years back, if Chalachitra had been there, he would have used the illustration of Chalachitra. No, really. His language is Patachitra iva. Just like a painting on a canvas. When you are seeing a painting on a canvas, tell me what is that you are looking at? Are you looking at the painting or the canvas? You would come to the conclusion. In ignorance, you will say that I am seeing the painting. For a wise man, he will say, I am seeing the canvas. The painting may change, but will the canvas change? Chitrita eva patam. During Shankaracharya's time, this Chalachitra was not there. Had it been there, he would have definitely used this. This is the most brilliant illustration of what is happening here. I always tell, when you watch a movie, tell me, what are you watching there? 2.5 hours you went to a cinema theater and you watched something. 2.5 hours you were looking at the screen. Did you understand? We never understood this point. Similarly, here, what are we looking at? We are actually looking at the screen called Ishvara. We are not understanding this point. It is Ishvara. What is existing? Screen is existing. It is Ishvara who is existing. On that screen of the Atman, these movies of the different states are coming and going. Now the waking world is coming, that is one movie. Then the another movie comes, the dream movie comes. Is the screen attached to the movies? Absolutely unattached. And is the dirt of the movie affecting the screen? The movie may be dirty, but is the screen becoming dirty? We are that. This moving, dirt is in the movie, but not on the screen of the Atman. We are eternally pure, Shuddha. This is what the great Acharya is telling us. Avasthatraya Vatiriktatvam. You are distinct from this movie of the three states. And because you are distinct from the three states, you are absolutely pure. No impurity is there in each one of us. None of us. We are all born pure. Let us have this confidence. What a wonderful, so much elevating thought, is it not? There is no impurity in me. Impurity is in the body, but I am not the body. I am that witness. There cannot be any impurity in me. This is the confidence with which all the sadhakas should live. Assert your purity, divinity. And the third factor he says, asangatvam. Atman is naturally asanga. Asanga means non-attached. Is Atman forcefully? He is a screen trying to practice non-attachment. He is a screen in the movie theatre struggling to become unattached to the movie. It is naturally unattached. That is why the Upanishad is saying, asango hi ayam purusha. This purusha is naturally asanga. We cannot be attached to anything here. It is only in ignorance we become attached to this person, that person, my child, my this, my. It's all happening in ignorance. When the real vision comes, you will see that we are all naturally unattached. You cannot be attached to anything here. In the Upanishad, there is a beautiful illustration to make us understand this, where it says, Mahamatsya Drishtanta. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad itself, it comes. Mahamatsya Drishtanta. What does it say? There is a huge fish in a lake, okay? Mahamatsya. Matsya is fish. There is a huge fish, maybe a shark or something like that. And there is a huge lake, sometimes the lakes can be very vast, several kilometers. Huge such lakes are there. Very vast lakes. And this big fish, is freely moving from one bank of the lake to the other bank of the lake. Now it is touching this bank, then it is leaving that bank and that is coming to this bank. Then it leaves this bank and goes back to that bank. It is freely moving. Its movement is absolutely unobstructed. What is being illustrated in this? Atman is like that. Absolutely unobstructed by the coming and going of the three states. Let the three states come and go. Atman is absolutely unobstructed. Beautiful. We are like that. This is our true nature. Now we are talking about Aparokshanubhuti, okay? Now don't forget about the main title of this book. So beautiful. This is what is Aparokshanubhuti. This is not Paroksha. This is not Pratyaksha. This is Aparoksha. It is directly evident. To know this, you don't have to use your sense organs. To know this, you don't have to use your mind. None of these things are needed. It is directly and immediately experienced by each one of us. If you just turn your attention in that direction, you can see it. You can discover this great reality. And that is what we are talking about Ishvara. What else is Ishvara? That is what is Ishvara. Our own real nature. Right now, right here. So beautiful. So here Shankaracharya is saying, Swapno jagare alikaha, jagarane alikaha. In the waking state, the dream becomes unreal. Swapnepi jagaro nahi. In the dream state, the waking state is not there. Dvayameva layanasti. And both the waking and the dream, they don't exist in sleep. Layopi. And the sleep also doesn't exist when waking and dream exist. Means these three states are coming and going. They appear. Tell me, is the dream experience real? Now you tell me. Now, when we say that the world is unreal, you understand the meaning of what it is? Tell me, is the dream world real? Can you say it is real? For the time being, it was real. But actually, is it real? You cannot. Similar is the case here. For the time being, we are reluctant, hesitant to accept that this world is unreal. We are reluctant because for the time being this appears to be real, just like the dream world was appearing to be real. And for the time being, in that dream state, if somebody had asked you whether that world is real or unreal, you would have stated that it was real. But is it really real? The same is the situation here. Presently, we are reluctant, we are hesitant to say that this is unreal. But if you develop a deep insight, for that person, it is so clear. This is unreal, just like a dream state. It goes away, everything goes away. But Atman remains. What is that?
Maharaji, if all the three states are coming and going naturally, then what is the point of making an effort in the waking state? Because in the dream state, we are naturally coming out of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to make any effort.
Yeah.
What is the point of sadhana then? What is the point of
It's a good question.
putting that effort?
Why? This sadhana is meant to break this idea that this world is real and to come. Now you are talking the language of jnana now. Now what you have stated is the language of the jnani. When you really have, now is this a fact of real experience, Aparokshanubhuti? No, till Aparokshanubhuti has not taken place in you. But what you are stating, it is this language of a person who has had this Aparokshanubhuti. When once you have this Aparokshanubhuti, then where is sadhana there? But to come to this experience, you need sadhana in the waking state. Sadhana in the waking state is meant to break the sense of realism of the waking state and realize our true nature as the Atman. You understand?
But that did not happen in the dream state.
See, dream is used as an illustration for us to understand what is the status of this state. You understand?
Yes.
Dream is, because without the reference of that, how do you understand what is the status of this waking state? You understand? Dream and sleep is always taken as, it's a great pointer, is it not? Is it not a pointer? See, we are investigating the human experiences. In our experience, the thing is that, whatever we are experiencing in the present moment, it appears to be real. This is the problem. Presently, we are experiencing this appears to be real, presently. But this goes away, something else comes. Then presently, at that time, for that moment, that becomes real. To make us understand this point, we are referring to our dream and sleep experiences. To make us understand that this waking state is also just like that. So, the main purpose of the sadhana, sadhana is needed, my dear child. Don't forget this. Sadhana is very much needed. The sadhana's only purpose is to break this dream, that this dream world is real. That's the only thing. Japam, dhyanam, puja and everything will take you to this one conclusion that Atman alone is real. These things are all appearing. Is it not? So sadhana has got a very, very important, paramount place in a spiritual aspirant's life. No. And that is meant to come to this experiential understanding. Presently you are understanding only intellectually. It's not an experience. But if you have to come to an experiential understanding about this point, everybody has to do sadhana. Viveka has to be there, Vairagya has to be there. If you are indulging in all sensory things, will you be able to break this dream? Tell me. If you are, now, if you don't do sadhana, and if you take this world to be absolutely real, and you're using your body and senses to drown yourself in all kinds of sensory pleasures, do you think this dream will break? Sadhana is vital. Sadhana chatushtaya is vital. You need to have viveka, you need to have vairagya, you need to have shat sampatti, and you need to have mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam means the desire to break away this dream. When that is there, and that can be done only in this waking state. And this is what is Ishvara's anugraha. Now, if this is happening, this is what is God's grace. This is the place of God's grace. If this picture is becoming clearer, remember, this is God's grace. This is happening by God's grace. This is what is Ishvara Anugraha. So beautiful. Without Ishvara's Anugraha, it cannot take place. This is the beautiful point. Then, Trayameva bhaven mithya gunatraya vinirmitam asya drashta gunatito nityo hekashchidatmakah trayamevam bhaved mithya. This is the meaning of Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. You understand? What is real? Atman alone is real. Screen alone is real. Is the movie real? No. That is the meaning of Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya. Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya means screen Satyam, movie Mithya. You take it in this way. Is the movie Satyam or Mithya? Please come to a conclusion. This is very important.
Mithya. Movie is Mithya.
Pakka?
Comes and goes.
So, screen is Satyam, movie is Mithya. Now still we have not come to the climax, okay? Wait. Are there two things called movie and the screen? We are coming now. That is the next point. Are